The night Cristiano Ronaldo almost gave up. Everyone knows Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest footballers in history. Millions of fans have watched him lift trophies, score unforgettable goals, and break records that once seemed impossible. But very few people stop to think about the frightened 12-year-old boy who left everything behind to chase a dream. Long before the fame, the money, and the Ballon d'Or awards, Ronaldo was just a kid from the small island of Madeira, Portugal. His family didn't have much money, but they had something even more valuable: love and hope. Ronaldo spent every free moment playing football in the streets, believing that one day he would become the best player in the world. Most people laughed at that dream because it sounded impossible. After all, thousands of children wanted to become professional footballers, but only a few ever made it. Still, Ronaldo refused to stop believing. When Sporting CP offered him a place at their famous academy in Lisbon, it was the biggest opportunity of his life. But it also came with the biggest sacrifice. At just 12 years old, he had to leave his family and move hundreds of miles away from home. Imagine saying goodbye to your parents at that age, knowing you wouldn't see them every day anymore. As Ronaldo boarded the plane, he looked out the window and watched his home disappear beneath the clouds. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't celebrating. He was scared. Life in Lisbon was much harder than he expected. Everything felt unfamiliar. The city was bigger, the academy was more competitive, and many of the boys already knew each other. Ronaldo was the outsider. Some players laughed at his Madeiran accent, while others underestimated him because he was skinny. Every training session felt like a battle. Every mistake made him question whether he truly belonged there. The hardest part wasn't football, it was loneliness. Every night after training ended and the lights went out, Ronaldo thought about his family. He missed his mother's cooking, his father's voice, and the streets where he had spent countless hours playing football. There were nights when the silence felt unbearable. He wondered if leaving home had been the biggest mistake of his life. One evening, after an especially difficult day at training, Ronaldo sat alone in his room. He felt exhausted, frustrated, and completely defeated. Nothing seemed to be going his way. For the first time since arriving in Lisbon, he seriously wondered if he should give up and return home. His dream suddenly felt much farther away than it ever had before. But then he remembered something. He remembered how hard his parents had worked to give him this opportunity. He remembered his mother's belief in him, even when others doubted him. He realized that if he quit now, all those sacrifices would mean nothing. That night, Ronaldo made a promise to himself. He would never let hard moments decide his future. The next morning, everything changed. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, he arrived at training earlier than everyone else. When practice ended, he stayed behind while everyone else went home. He practiced his dribbling, his shooting, his first touch, and his speed until he could barely stand. Day after day, week after week, he repeated the same routine. Slowly, the coaches began to notice. The boy who had once been overlooked was becoming impossible to ignore. His confidence grew stronger. His speed became frightening. His determination inspired everyone around him. Eventually, Ronaldo earned a place in Sporting CP's first team. Then came the match that changed his life forever, a friendly against Manchester United. Ronaldo played without fear, dazzling defenders with his pace, skill, and confidence. By the final whistle, Manchester United's players couldn't stop talking about him. Sir Alex Ferguson saw something special in the young Portuguese winger and made the decision that would change football history. At just 18 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. But even after reaching one of the biggest clubs in the world, he refused to slow down. While others celebrated success, Ronaldo treated every achievement as the beginning of a new challenge. He trained harder than anyone else. He constantly searched for ways to improve. Every goal, every trophy, and every victory only pushed him to work even more. His dedication turned him into one of the greatest footballers the world has ever seen. He won league titles in England, Spain, and Italy. He lifted the UEFA Champions League multiple times. He won Ballon d'Or awards and became the all-time top scorer for Real Madrid and one of the greatest goal scorers in football history. Looking back, it's incredible to think that everything could have been different. If fear had won that lonely night in Lisbon, if homesickness had convinced him to return home, if he had listened to the people who doubted him, the world might never have known the name Cristiano Ronaldo. His journey reminds us that success isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about refusing to let fear stop you. Every champion faces moments of doubt. Every dream comes with sacrifices. The difference is that champions keep moving forward, even when nobody believes in them. Cristiano Ronaldo's story proves that your toughest moments can become the foundation of your greatest achievements. Sometimes the only thing standing between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one is the decision to keep going for just one more day. And that's exactly what a 12-year-old boy from Madeira did. He didn't give up. He kept believing. And because of that decision, the world didn't just witness another football player. It witnessed the rise of a legend.